Why does everybody write this thing first person? I have to read this. All right.
It was an email.
Hawk returned to the area last year after living in New Mexico while teaching on the Navajo Nation. Oh, I love that, dude.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Good for you. Well, we might as well talk. They're not listening.
Yeah.
Are you guys listening out there?
Yes.
There's a test after this, and we are not graving on a curve unless it's 36, 24, 36. And that's the kind of graph I could deal with. Now we're going back to the Navajo Nation. Right? We ready? Okay, here we go. He experienced what it means to have a culture constantly weathered and broken down by money and business. He felt what it was like to create a community. The circumstances surrounding the sale and displacement of Silver Oaks residents possess a likewise sentiment. He hopes this event fleshes out an awesome and awareness, holy Eucharist, for the values and qualities not being discussed since property. Dude. Sorry. I'm Slovak.
Okay, I felt what it was like to create a community. The circumstances surrounding the sale and displacement of Silver Oaks residents possesses a likewise sentiment that goes on in minority regions like the Navajo Nation, who are always, and this is improv, under attack by uranium mining. As a lot of you probably already know, Navajo Nation suffered one of the worst nuclear spills when a wash broke and flooded some region, and it had minerals and whatnot in it, and of course the ore. But nobody quite hears about these things because, to phrase it nicely, okay, they're a minority, but it's the Native Americans getting screwed over once again. So what I wanted to do with the Silver Oaks event here is hope that if, this event fleshes out an awareness for the values and qualities not being discussed, since property rights, again, appears to have hijacked a higher sense of humanity and community. Yeah. Some songs that I've wrote tonight will summarize my feelings. And then one of the lyrics I've actually posted, it seems like we're living in another age of money, where nobody's allowed to feel ashamed of doing anything just because they have some money. And my grandmother, my niece and nephew's grandmother, my mother, was truly enjoying the community being provided at Silver Oaks. And she's been displaced. I came back from New Mexico, and she told me 2 months ago, I've intended on moving to Silver Oaks for a very long time. So I just wonder, are there any city council members here? Is there anybody saying one of their residents who was born here, well, lived long here, people know her from News and Photo back in the day. How many people are going to say, I've lived here all my life, I should deserve some senior housing since I've worked in Kent all my life? And if you see my mother on the street, she's been displaced. Her heart's broken. A lot of people's hearts are broken about this. So where are the city council members? Over here. Some of them are here, but they've already gone. All right. Tell them no. We take care of our own. Have you heard they kicked an old lady out?
Thank you.
Corporations got more sway, they've got more clout. It's beyond a shadow of a doubt. They've drowned that old progressive shout out. Morality isn't how many hours you've worked. Morality isn't how much you've loved. Morality isn't how you soldiered. Money super supersedes engines, all deeds, says this era of those new buildings. Up and dead senior housing. Can the creaky bones move more quickly, man? 40-hour weeks times a lifespan. Doesn't earn kinship or commitments. Godspeed the shareholders' assessment. Morality isn't how many hours you've worked. Morality isn't how much you've loved. Morality isn't how you've soldiered. Money supersedes all actions and deeds. So says this era of these new buildings. 60 days until a bended knee. The root of all evil winds into community. CEOs and civic leaders dodgy and ashamed. Snub, pay stub bills, W-2s and healthcare claims. Old folks forfeit their wineskins again. Morality isn't how many hours you've worked. Morality isn't how much you've loved. Morality isn't how you've soldiered. Money supersedes all elections, all deeds. So says this era of these new buildings. Money supersedes all elections, all deeds. So says this era of these new buildings.
Woo!